Sean? I'm Sean.
It is.
Hi. Candace will be helping you out.
All
Come on
right,
back.
cool.
Can I get your doctor's name from you?
Axel?
Okay, and so what's your problems? What's going on with you?
Just having some sinus problems.
Okay.
Not sure where they're coming from, but it's something you guys go through the process, so that's why I'm here.
Alright, so what I'll have you do is, so if he was female, I'd be asking him if he's pregnant right now, but since he is not. What I'm going to have you do is go ahead and put the shield on backwards. There you go. Get to the other side. There you go. Sorry about that. And you're going to have a seat in that chair there, facing the board. I have an 8x10 film in the bucket here. Portrait length. My tube is coming up to 40 inches. And sir, what I'm going to have you do is put your nose and chin to the board there. And so I have him centered into the film there with the nose and chin. I'm going to tilt him just slightly to 15 degrees, the OML. My central ray is on the small focal spot. I have the cone on. What I'm going to have you do is go ahead and put your nose and chin to the board there. So go ahead and lift up for a second. I'm going to raise this up just slightly. Okay. Now have him lift his head about 15 degrees back, the IOML. It's going to be 15 degrees up. The central ray is going to exit the nasion, which is up here. Right about there, and then once again I would raise the bucky again. Okay. Now I'd have him hold his breath, and then I would shoot the set. KBP would be 70, and mass would be about 8. Okay, stop. All right, so for our next image, we're going to be doing the waters. Again, I would be using 8x10 portrait. I'll be putting my left marker right over here. So I would have your chin and nose up against the board again, and OML is going to go at 37 degrees. The central ray is going to exit the acanthion, which is exactly where it's at. Once again, 70 kbp, about 8 mass, and that's that one. So for the next one, I would switch out the film, go run it, another 8x10 in there. And for this one, sir, what I would have you do is go and put your nose and chin to the board. You're going to open your mouth. And the central ray is at an angle just to where it is exiting out the center of his mouth. And I would lower the button. There. And left marker over there. So for the last one, I would switch out the film. You can rest yourself. Sorry, sir. Sorry. You're going to turn towards me. Sorry, another problem.
No.
We're going to get you out of that side in there. Go ahead and shield the side of him. I don't want to do that to you. There we go.
All good.
So it'd be on. I'm going to have you go and push yourself just like that. The inner pupillary line is going to be perpendicular. The left marker is there. The central ray is going to go a 1/2 inch to 1 inch from the outer canthus. And so we're going to put this shield on you again. So let's do it right like that. I'm going to have you put your nose and chin to the board once more. The IOML is going to be perpendicular to the board. The central ray is going to exit the campion. This is for the mandible rami. We're going to say that he got punched, and so we're going to be looking at the condyles and some of the other parts. Alright, so we're going to move the puppy down. So anyways, the central ray is going to exit the campion. And we're going to collimate just to the mandible area. So right through here. And that should be good. The KVP, once more 70, about 8 mass. Okay, so we're going to do the axial oblique. We're going to do the left side starting off first. My tube angle is at 25 degrees subvalid. I'm going to bring his head to the board here. We're going to rotate it 30 degrees. And what I'm shooting for is right up under here, under the angle of the mandible. And this is going to project the left side onto the film. My left marker is on there. It's an 8x10 film. So I would switch it out. I'm going to have you go ahead and come back away from here, sir. We're going to rotate you. And since we're just doing the same position, I'm leaving the tube and everything in the same position. Although I want to put my right marker on there just to make sure that we're doing the right side. So once again, sir, I'm going to have you come here. Here. Prop the head up a little bit. And perfect. We're going right under there again to protect the right side. Once again, 70 kVp, about 8 mass. And that is good. So for the very last one, I'll have you pause this while I get this last. So for the last view, we're doing the SMV, segmented vertical. So what I'm going to have you do, sir, so we got his shield frontward. I have an 8x10 in there again. So what I'm going to have you do is go ahead and lean your head back, way back. And we want the OML parallel with the IR. And this is going to come up. And we want the central ray right directly between the two angles of the mandible. Again, you can relax. Again, 70 kVp, probably at like 8 mass.